afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sneak Peek. I haven't done one of these in a very, very long time. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different this time. Because I want you to experience the game without my annoying-ass voice. Come on, let's admit it. Some of you probably find me annoying at this point. I'm just going to give my thoughts here and let you experience the first, I want to say about 45 minutes of this game called Hue, which is available for free until November 7th if you're a PlayStation Plus member. Much like when I did Letter Quest Remastered almost 2 years ago. Jeez, a lot of these things are coming back. So, Hue, what is it about? Well, it's a bit of an interesting game. You play as a little guy named Hugh, who's trying to find this mysterious university lady who got trapped in an odd, I guess, beyond color thing. It's very interesting, and I'm trying to keep this brief so that you can just experience it again. The gameplay is it's mainly a puzzle game, and it centers around using colors to solve puzzles. Changing the color of the room in order to hide certain obstacles and reveal certain obstacles, and using that in order to progress. Now keep in mind, I did not get very far in the game. Again, only 45 minutes of gameplay, and I've actually died several times. But I'm not going to cut out my deaths like I do for The Second Son or for Arkham City, because unlike those series, I'm not trying to make a series that looks good. I'm showing you honest impressions. You know what I mean? As much like while with The Second Son, if I die, I'll usually cut and then move forward with that so that, you know, we keep it concise. Keep it looking like a television series, and, you know, it doesn't take forever to do something, because sometimes I die a lot. Or with Arkham, it's the same sort of thing. This game, I will not be centering any of those deaths because, you know, there's a bit that's actually rather challenging. I want you to see how I beat it eventually. So overall, I really like Hue. It's charming. It's cute. I love the delivery of the woman in the letters, like the way she delivers it with her voice, and the story's already coming out very cool. As far as I know, I think it's like $20. I think it's like $20 if normally, but right now if you got PlayStation Plus, which if you are online on PS4, you already do, it's completely free. So, why not take this opportunity to try out Hue? I know I did! It's also only about 500 I believe it's only about 500 megabytes. Might be bigger, but that's approximately how big it is. So, it is not a very big game if you are trying to save on space, like I am. Because, let's face it, right now, I'm almost full. I'm almost full on space. I'm going to need an external hard drive at some point. But, without further ado, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to leave the screen, and you will get to experience Hue. Let me know if you guys want me to do a series on Hue, where I narrate as characters that don't have a voice. Like, at one point, there's a guy trapped in a cave. I may voice him, if you would like. That being said, without further ado, let's jump into Hue. I made that run. That's fucking sweet.
Dearest Hugh, oh, I've had the most dreadful luck. I feel terrible that you've been left alone all this time. The traitorous Dr. Gray tried to steal the annular spectrum, a ring I developed to allow perception and alteration of colour. Some call them impossible colours. Impossible for Dr. Gray, maybe. Anyway, something went wrong. I turned a strange shade and became invisible. The ring, it fractured, scattering coloured shards far and wide. I stayed at home for many weeks, watching, waiting, existing on this coloured plane. I couldn't speak to you, nor interact with anything in the mono world. So I left. I left for the university where I hid away the coloured tools I had created. I pray you have found what is left of the ring. Since the beginning, we have pointed to the sky and declared it blue. It is this shared vision, this unquestioned understanding which connects us. But are you really seeing blue the same way I see it? Perhaps blue is nothing more than a shade of grey to you. Perhaps everyone in this world sees nothing but shades of grey. Don't you see, Hugh? This is why we're here. When you enter a cave expecting a waterfall, the chances are your expectations will be met. But if you discard those expectations, don't you think instead the cave will be full of surprises? I ask for you, Hugh, to abandon your expectations. to pull me back from the brink of unreality. I need you to see the world not for what it is, but for what it can be. Did you know, Hugh, that purple is at the very end of the visible spectrum? It's the hardest colour for our eyes to distinguish. Now, imagine a shade one step further than purple, a colour beyond what we can actually perceive. We call these impossible colours. And I fear that this is where I currently reside. If reality is rooted in our perception, and you cannot perceive me, do I even exist to you? I'm sure that I do. I mean, you're reading this letter, or at least I hope you are. I'm sorry, but existing in this strange state of impermanence does funny things to you, Hugh. It makes you question what is real. The university gardens were bathed in an earthy orange light when I first met Dr. Gray. Summer had come and gone and a cold autumnal crispness had caught me off guard. I sat on the grass, surrounded by my books and papers, when a cool breeze threatened to blow my notes across the lawn. A page escaped my reach and took flight. A man not much older than myself chased after it, catching it on his third or fourth attempt. I remember his gentle smile when he returned it. He started talking and I was surprised that he had read my work in the university journal. He said he was a professor and that he hoped we could work together someday. It's funny, Hugh, how something so small can change so much. Dr. Gray soon became my assigned mentor, and I can't help but feel he somehow had a hand in it. Our fires burnt brightest when we worked together. It felt like we could achieve anything. We discovered more about colour than I could ever have imagined. We split light, mapped spectrums, we painted. We laughed. We worked long hours, and soon our goal became all-consuming. We were vessels. The work became more important than us, and we knew it.